Hello and welcome to my channel, The Grape Jelly Library, where we love to talk about books. My name is Floss and I am so glad you could join me. I always look forward to your visit. Today we are going to talk about a book written by Agustina Bazterrica. Stay tuned to see what I thought. Before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. Okay, so this is the second book that I tried to read by Agustina, and about a year ago, I attempted to read Tender is the Flesh, and that book was not for me. I had to DNF it. I am a huge animal lover, and there was just too much over the edge animal cruelty for my mind to handle, and I had to abandon ship. But that doesn't mean that I have given up on her as an author. So she came out with this book, 19 Claws and a Blackbird, and I said, let me give it a spin. Let me give it a go, see if I like it. So I think it's 30 short stories, if I'm not mistaken. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20 short stories. And you know what? I am not a horror reader. I'll be the first person to say that. I'm not a romance reader. I'm not a sci-fi reader. I'm not a horror reader. But guess what? I'm all of the above. I will read a little bit of each. My favorite is nonfiction, historical, memoirs, that type of thing. But like me, I don't typically read a book to be entertained by it. I try to gain knowledge from it. That's my approach to a book. But anyways, I do like to be entertained. And so I thought, you can learn something from anything. There's always a takeaway, right? So I thought I love to call myself a well-rounded reader. So I do delve into each genre, um, here and there, sometimes a little, sometimes a lot. So I thought, you know what? This looks interesting, doesn't it? It does to me. Very interesting. Okay. And you know what? She's gotten a lot of praise for her work. So, I'm not against giving her another try. So powerful to look away is to refuse deliberately to bear witness. The New York Times Book Review. A thrilling dystopia. Dazed. Now, see, I don't really go for dystopia either, but again, I will read it. Without a doubt, my favorite read of this year, Christina Dalker, author of Vox. Oh, now see, I read Vox and I was not a fan of that. Um, okay, but that's okay. Fascinatingly provocative Vogue. Let's see. Horribly effective. The Guardian. My heart was breaking even as my skin was crawling. Lisa McNerney, author of The Glorious Heresies. So I will agree with that one 1000%. My heart was breaking even as my skin was crawling. Yes. I'm telling you, if you love horror or if you love deep, dark reads, this will definitely be the book for you. I'm a little bit more light and maybe whimsical, or what do I want to say, educational, knowledgeable, something like that. Yes, but I don't mind being spooked a little bit here and there, but these are dark. These are really, really dark. A light, swift, and monstrous sound. Now that one I could handle. I could definitely handle that. That tells the story of a set of false teeth falling from above and landing on the patio and cracking in half whilst a woman in her housecoat and bare feet was standing there. And then other things start to fall, if you catch my drift. Now, You know what? They said that this is funny. Okay. Celebrated author of the award winning TikTok sensation, Tender is the Flesh, this collection of 20 brutal, darkly funny short stories takes readers into their deepest fears and most disturbing fantasies. Fantasies? I have a hard time with that word. And let me tell you, at no point was I ever going, because these are not funny. They're not funny. They're dark. Um, Let me see. Candy Pink. That was disturbing. Earth broke my heart. It wrecked me. Earth wrecked me. Ah, the continuous equality of their circumference. What the heck? When I read that one, I was perplexed. I I don't know what to make of that. But you know what? I have to say, um, that as a female horror writer, I give her kudos. She definitely can hold her own. She definitely has a spot on the porch with the big dogs. She knows what she's doing. Okay, so she is an Argentinian writer of short stories, and she has her act together when it comes to conjuring up these deep, dark thoughts. I mean, like, I have to say kudos for her for doing that. That would not come easy to me. I just have to say, if we took Stephen King and Augustina, I very well think, I do. I really, really do think that she is a strong contender. I haven't read very much of Stephen King. I have read it, and it didn't do it for me. It didn't knock my socks off. I wasn't scared. I thought I was going to be, so much so I put it off to the side. But then a year later I picked it up, and I was good with it. And I read Holly, and I wasn't scared. I'm going to read Misery, and I have a feeling I'm going to be scared. I have a feeling. But like right out of the gate, she terrifies me. Tender as the Flesh, she terrifies me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I just can't, you know, handle some of her works. I have to say, I did manage to get through all 20 of these stories, but not unnerved. I'll say that much. She's a brilliant horror writer. And yeah, if you're looking to be disturbed, you're going to want to pick this book up. I'm going to say it's a hidden gem. So, let me give it a rating. Yeah, that will be cool, right? Let me give it a rating. As I am not a horror reader, I'm going to give it 5 stars as far as horror is concerned. And even though this is not my cup of tea, I am capable of of removing myself from my comfort zone and going into, I want to say, the danger zone, and giving it its fair due. If she was setting out to disturb her reader, mission accomplished. Until we meet again, I love you. Be well, be good, be reading, and may all your dreams come true.